Pult Mirror. Got some Pult Mirror action. All right, predictions up. Put your Bulu Bucks on the line. Oh, and the Dawn here. A lot of supporters prize there for Christian. And Candy, okay. I feel like Christian is definitely at the disadvantage, I'm not going to lie. Because of the Candy. Oh, but does have the Dawn. The Dawn seems more powerful than Hilda. In the mirror match. Dawn seems better than Hilda for sure. All right, into the Poffin here. I imagine we're going to get Dreepy and Badoo, so we can establish item lock on our next turn. Attach to the active and pass. We'll see, though. Christian's going through. Doing a prize check. There's the Badoo. And the Dreepy getting lined up. Candy Village fucking sucks in mirror. I mean, it's not like too consequential. If it's like just like 2 rare candy, if it's like 4 rare candy, then that's probably a pretty big hit. But if it's like 2 rare candy, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's probably not that big of a deal, to be honest. I mean, it can be, obviously. We do know Alexander plays. Is it 2 Hilda and a Dawn? Did I see a Hilda at the Dawn at the or Hilda at the front there? It might be 2 Hilda and Dawn. We do know Alexander plays Monkey Dory. We don't know if Christian does, though. But that would be like another plus for Alexander in the mirror, I feel like. What's the aim in the Pult Mirror? Badoo until you can attack something that's not Badoo. And then attack. Is usually the route. You sit there and you Badoo until you can attack something with Dragapult that's not Badoo. Whether that be through boss or Badoo not being in the active. There's Monkey Dory in the active there, or in the hand there, excuse me. If there's a Dragapult in hand, Christian could have turn 2 Candy Dragapult if there's no Badoo here from Alexander. The hand looks pretty awkward there for Alexander. Actually, the hand literally might be dead here from Alexander. Ultra Ball away, basic energy, and the Dragapult. Is that a Hilda? Dude, how many times have we seen Alexander open like dead hand plus Hilda? I feel like we've seen it so much from Alexander. Yeah, where's the Dawn at, man? Where's the Dawn? Dawnless. Pult Mirrors always seem so one-sided. Yeah, I mean, mirror matches in general are pretty snowbally. But like Badoo kind of adds to that aspect. So it's like it's a mirror match. Mirror matches are snowbally in general, usually. And there's a boss in hand. Sick. Really good hand here for Alexander. Yeah, a little snowbally in general, and then Badoo adds to the potential of a snowball or snowballs. Alexander can go boss up the bench Dreepy and Badoo it. Is that actually what we're going to see here? That has to be... No, actually, dude, that's like so bad. Then our hand is just dead. Well, actually, what do you do here? Dude, actually, I don't even know what to do here. Because you want a Badoo. Okay, we got the Badoo. But isn't the hand Ultra Ball energy boss? So attach, retreat, boss, bench, Dreepy, Badoo. But then don't use the second Ultra Ball, I guess? Go for a top deck. The top 4 is Zard versus what? It was Zard versus Golden Go. Zard won. You appreciate 70 months there, Kyogre. Charizard Noctowl is waiting in the finals. Waiting in the finals. Yeah, Alexander gives the Riffle a hard bridge. Yeah. So we have no follow-up here from Alexander. Alexander's going all in on this Badoo. Badoo and hope for a top deck. Actually, there is an Iono in the hand here for Christian. Dragapult top deck. Oh, Alexander getting bailed out here. And it could be that much better here as well, because this Dreepy might not be able to move here from Christian if Christian can't find anything. Could be a huge swing on this turn. Energy was found, okay. Can Badoo back. Is there any Lokes? Duskull's good. Lily for next turn. No Lokes for Christian, though. Goes to jamming. Duskull hits the field. Attach retreat. Gonna establish that Badoo. Could have benched the Monkey Dory there from Christian, I guess, before playing it. Okay. There's a Loke for Christian. Not Christian. Alexander. And a Lily. Things are flipped around pretty quickly here. Has Latias in hand, but Latias seems terrible to put in play. Looks like it was giving the... It is interesting to watch Alexander play. It feels like Alexander considers like every... it's not like a positive or a negative. I guess it leads to him probably playing a little bit slower on average. But like you obviously never bench Latias there. But it does seem like Alexander actually considers every possibility. Like when we watch him play, like every time he looks at like, it seems like he's even like the bad plays, which like benching Latias there is terrible, right? But he like considers them. He literally looks at the hand always and looks at the option and be like, well, I could do this. It's like he thinks through every little choice, which isn't like necessary, but it is interesting to look how he like looks at the hand or looks at the cards. It seems like every single time he's considering doing something like benching the Latias. It's like he very much seems to be playing not on autopilot, I guess is how I'd put it. It's like the opposite of playing on autopilot. Which like playing on autopilot isn't necessarily a bad thing either. Like some things you just know to be true in certain matchups, in certain situations. Like don't do X, do Y, stuff like that. It's not like necessarily a good or a bad thing. Just like interesting. It seems how he seems to like think about the situations or like a new hand of cards, whatever. Okay, 8 cards coming in here for Christian. One at a time though. Any Lokes? We're Loken and we got some energy too. That's a pretty good draw here from Christian. Also, Christian is winning as far as the Badoo war goes. Christian's Badoo will KO Alexander's Badoo first. So if Alexander doesn't have a boss to bring up something that's not Badoo. Ooh, and there's a Dragapult as well. And we can even evolve that bench Dracloak as well if we want to protect it. And the Monkey Dory. I don't have an energy for the Monkey Dory, but that's a good option later on. Might just go for the Ultra Ball anyways, though. It can get the Monkey Dory, but it could also get something else in the future. Like, item lock's probably going to break before you'd want Monkey Dory anyway, so that makes sense. Splits the energy up and just keeps double Lokes. You could have evolved one of them, decides to just split the energy and keep the draw power of the Lokes around. Probably makes sense. Both players are looking for Dragapult plus boss here to break the item lock, but not with... Although I guess I could see... Wait, ooh, Alexander has Dusclops in hand. If Alexander gets a boss here, I think Alexander actually just KOs double Dracloak here. Oh, wait, Alexander has boss and Dusclops. Oh, wait, Alexander has the board wipe. Oh my gosh. Dude, what? Dude, what a change. Like, from turn 1, things are looking terrible for Alexander. But then Christian has to play the Iono. Can't find a Dracloak. Oh, goodness. And now Alexander is about to board wipe the Lokes. And that's why you maybe want to evolve one of the Dracloaks. I don't dislike this play from Christian, though, to be honest. Because just as much as Alexander is looking for this play, Christian's also looking for this play. Oh, he killed the Badoo. He needs Pult still. Oh, I thought there was a Pult in hand. Oh, pops a KO on the Badoo here. Get a prize card. We get to look at the prize card first. Oh, is it a Dusclops? Dude, what a prize card. Oh, now we're definitely pushing Duskull. Yeah, I thought he had the thing in hand. I guess I was wrong. But there's the Iono. Now the Dusclops goes to the bottom. Wait, actually, is that correct to push it like that? He played both Lokes this turn. Oh, true. He couldn't evolve one. My bad. Yeah. I'm an idiot. All right, Iono. 5 for both players. Duskull. Turo. Dusknor. We can Turo the Duskull into a Dragapult. No Dragapult, no energy, though. And here is where Alexander was able to get the first KO on the Badoo. Through a Dusclops, of course, but this means that if Christian wants to attack with a Dragapult this turn, it has to be into a Badoo. Dracloak number 2. Which means Alexander might get the first Dragapult attack not into a Badoo this turn. But attacking into a Duskull also doesn't seem that good. You still kind of want boss, I feel like. We did find the Fez there, so we could see Christian go with Fez to draw some cards. Not very good. Some energy, some Dreepies. Another Duskull. I mean, bet you the Duskull doesn't seem very good. I feel like Alexander's in a pretty good spot. He couldn't evolve. Yeah, I know. He can't evolve. Dracloak's evolved on that turn. I'm never going to live this one down. All right, another Dreepy hits the field. So he couldn't evolve. You know what? Actually, he could have. He just would have been told he couldn't when he had tried to. He could have tried to evolve the Dracloak to a Dragapult. And then, you know, Alexander or the judge probably would have said, no, you can't do that. You just evolve those. And then he would have put it back in his hand. But actually, you know what? He could have tried to. So you're actually wrong, chat. You're wrong. All right, Turo on the Duskull. Dreepy gets promoted. Do you even bench the Duskull back down? Because it's such an easy prize card at this point. Oh, we're going for the Dreepy knockout? What is the attack name called? No item lock, though. No item lock here. And Christian is ahead on the prize exchange, which means Counter Catcher is available for Alexander this turn. Oh, wait. What if Alexander brings up Fez here? Well, no, that would be kind of annoying. Bring up Fez, punch for 200. Don't take a knockout. And then Christian would have to... Oh, yeah, we already see that going down. Yeah. The punch on the Fez seems super good. Because now if Christian wants to attack this turn and move the active, you have to pop a Klops. You have to pop Klops to get room for Latios to then retreat and then attack. So this play seems super powerful for Alexander. And the Turo was just played from Christian, so you know there's no Turo on the Fez, which means there's just 2 prize cards sitting on the bench to be picked off later from a Dragapult attack. So things are looking super good for Alexander here. Yeah. At first, I was about to say, this could get Turo'd, but we've already played the Turo here from Christian. I doubt Christian plays 2 Turos, so it's probably sticking. Only getting 6 off this Lily. As long as he remembers. Okay, we're all good. I always get like a little worried. Oh no, that hand is... Yikes. Looks like going to commit to the Fez here. Which could make sense because that hand is pretty bad. But we'll see 5 more cards here at least. We definitely need to evolve the Dreepy to a Dragapult or a Dracloak as well this turn. We need Dragapult Dracloak here for Alexander. As for 3 first. Oh. Okay, well the only way to get both now is to chain Dracloak into Dragapult. Oh my gosh. Well, we got the Ultra Ball, but not evolving the Dreepy to well, maybe it doesn't feel that bad. No, that feels pop. That feels pretty bad, right? It feels pretty bad to not get a Dracloak here, because now Christian can go pop Klops onto Dreepy. Pop Klops onto Dreepy. Dragapult punch the active, KO the Dreepy. Punch knock Duskull is an awful no. Oh, that's true. We can punch knock out the Duskull here, actually. Good point. We can KO the Duskull to stop Dusclops plus Latios. And then you can't Halucha and Latios. So then, yeah. Okay, sure. We could just KO the Duskull. In my head, for some reason, I was thinking we really don't want to KO the Duskull. But I think we can KO the Duskull here. And we see Duskull actually get bench here from Alexander. I don't know if I like... I guess it's fine. Oh, we're not going to KO it, though, actually. I guess that's like the... Then we can threaten the win here as Alexander, though, right? Because if you pop Duskull... Yeah, if Christian pops Duskull, then Alexander can win with a Dusclops, right? 5, 4... Yeah. So now here as Christian, it feels like you have to chase the Duskull, right? He doesn't want Latias to get on board, maybe? Well, yeah, that's why you would make this play happen, because you don't want to give the bench space to Christian. But now you lose. Now you give the Duskull option to Christian by not KOing the Duskull. Yeah, having the Duskull here from Alexander makes it so like whiffing the evolution doesn't feel as bad, but you force Turo. Well, no, the Turo doesn't exist. We know the Turo's already gone. It has to be Pop Clops. Well, that's double Ultra Ball. That's Clops and Latios. Why do you swap the dice from green to black? Because they're easier to see. You mean from the first die they had on there? Because it's just easier to see. Like they used those dice on purpose for the stream match. It makes it easier to see. Candy Dusknoir would be kind of sick here. Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even think about Candy Dusknoir here. Yeah, Candy Dusknoir would have actually been crazy here. Just KO the Dragapult, KO the Duskull, go down to 1. You basically just win the game. That would have been, yeah. But don't have that, so it's going to be Pop. He's going to target the Dreepy here from Christian. Wait, 5, 4, 3, 12. But now Alexander can win next turn. Right, because you're not KOing the Duskull here. Oh, no, but you could KO the Duskull here still as Christian, I guess. I just assume that's not happening because of the... This is like another thing with Christian not putting... If Christian had just put the Monkey Dory on the bench, I'm pretty sure we could have had Monkey Dory on the bench with the Luminous Energy last turn instead of Dreepy with an energy. And then we could have Monkey Doried again this turn as Christian. But never benched it. Yeah, that Luminous Energy could have been on that, and then we could have attached this Psychic Energy to the Dragapult to attack for turn. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Alexander just wins next turn with a boss. Or a counter catcher, right? Counter catcher also works here. Actually, as Christian here, are you supposed to just not take a KO? I actually feel like as Christian here, you can't take a knockout. It should be like 5 on Duskull, 1 on Dreepy. Oh, no, wait. No, because now you give counter catcher over. Now you lose the counter catcher. You can't lose the counter catcher. Yeah. Yeah, and Alexander wins. Yeah, dude, we got to go back to this. Yeah, Christian just needs to bench Monkey Dory sooner, I think. Monkey Dory just need to hit the field. Monkey Dory is just a good card to have in play in this matchup. But it's like this turn specifically. Pushing Duskull might have been a misplay here, to be honest, because you don't know if you're getting Iono'd here, so maybe you should put the Dracloak in the active here, because if you get Iono, then you have the ability to go Evolve Boss KO off the Iono. So this is maybe a misplay from Christian to push Duskull, to be honest. It felt good because you pulled Dusclops off the Dusclops KO, but you don't know if Alexander hasn't played a supporter yet at this point. So this Duskull push might be a misplay from Christian. Also, it allows you to retreat Dracloak into Badoo if you draw into Badoo. So I think pushing Dracloak here was the better play here from Christian. Like, this was a misplay from Christian to push the Duskull. And he immediately got punished for it because Alexander did play Iono as the supporter for turn. And then the Dusclops that Christian pulled off the prize cards goes to the bottom of the deck. Obviously, pulling Dusclops off the prize cards makes it seem pretty good, but yeah. If you push Dracloak, Alexander can have Dragapult in hand. Oh wait, could he have a Dragapult in hand here? I thought for some reason we knew he couldn't. But isn't this the turn that Alexander got the Dracloak, or am I trolling? No, you're right, actually. The Dracloak's been in play for a turn. Oh, true. So no, you're right. Why did I think we knew he didn't have a Dragapult? But we don't know that, right? Yeah. Okay, maybe you're right then. Duskull has to be pushed. True. Okay, for some reason I thought we just evolved it. But yeah, Christian should have benched. I don't know. We had the Monkey Dory multiple times in the hand there, and Christian should have just like put it on the bench. We just did not bench it. And then we saw like the Turo pick up this. But yeah, the Monkey Dory should, because if we had Monkey Dory on the bench already, I think we run into a Luminous here. So then we go Luminous to Monkey Dory, heal 10 off our Dracloak, move to the Badoo, KO the Badoo, and go from there, whatever. Yeah. Gotta bench a Monkey Dory ahead of time, sooner. Is stream quality better on YouTube or Twitch this time around? It's the same. It's only LAIC where there's the questionable stream quality. But it was only... Oh, Neo prized for Christian. But it's not that big of a deal, to be honest. Like, it feels like usually in this matchup, You have plenty of time to get your energy established. Halucha start here for Alexander, not great. But double Poffin and Badoo is pretty good. But the Halucha start is pretty bad. This is pretty bad to open your Halucha. Not only do you lose the bench space, but you also lose, like, Halucha is also, like, pretty good in this matchup as well, on top of everything else. Prize checking coming in. Hey, let's take a look at the prize cards again here one last time. There's, like, nothing super huge. I mean, there is 2 Iono prize for Christian. There's also a boss prize for Alexander, which is, like, your main stalemate breaking card is using boss. New upper prize for Christian, like I mentioned, I don't think it's that big of a deal. They usually have enough time to build up your energy for, so it's not the end of the world. And it is in the first 2 prize cards, so Christian will get access to it sooner than later. Yeah, so like nothing crazy. I don't know, it's nothing huge. The Ionos are maybe the biggest thing here for Christian, but boss is pretty bad if he only plays 2. He plays 3, so it should be good. He pushes the 19 months there, 4s. All right, so the question just for Alexander is like, what do you grab? I mean, you get some Dreeps for sure. At least 2 Dreepy. There's a Badoo in hand. So you could get 3 Dreepy at Duskull and then bench Badoo. Then your bench is full. So you have no room for Latias specifically. That'd be the only thing you'd want to keep bench space open for. But if you don't have an access to Latias in the hand right now, the chance you find Latias is pretty low anyways. So you might be relying on harder treating the Halucha anyways. So you might not even leave a bench space open here. You definitely want to get 1 Duskull down and 2 Dreepy and a Badoo. But the question is, do you go for the 3rd Dreepy, 2nd Duskull, or something like that, or just leave it open? But I feel like it's probably not worth it to leave the bench space open. You think Candy is better than no Candy and Pulse? Candy's better than no Candy. I don't know. I don't have a strong opinion on that, to be honest. They're both good. I guess if like I was forced to play Paul in a tournament, I would play Candy, but yeah, I would play Candy for sure. He's going for the double Duskull, it looks like. So he's going to have a lot of really aggressive options, the potential for aggressive options early on here. So if Hedrick forces you to play Paul, would you hurt him? Would I hear him? What do you mean, hurt him? Just starting double Poffin kind of decrease the impact of starting Badoo here? A little bit. Ultra Balls are still really important because finding Dracloak's like the most important thing overall. So like, yeah, I mean, limiting your opponent's access to Dracloaks is still a pretty big deal. Like, you still want to Badoo here. It's a little bit, it feels a little less important, but it's still pretty important. Did Alex say that he was losing to Golden Ghost, so that matchup is to dodge it? I think he was like talking specifically about the list and the players, like Daniel, Magda, and crew. Is Christian's hand a single Dracloak? Oh no. Is it time for Alexander to bail out Christian here with the Hilda? Or excuse me, with an Iono. Did I say Hilda? Here is a Hilda to get a Dracloak and an energy. Yeah, and you know Christian's hand is just a Dracloak. But I mean, Christian is only like a Lily away from being like in a fine spot, to be honest. So it's not over yet. It's not over yet. He has like one more turn. Yeah, if he whiffs this turn, he's in big trouble for sure. There's the energy some consideration. And then, yeah, here's the Badoo back. And Alexander is winning the Badoo trade right now. Like, we'll KO Christian's Badoo first. Loke. Candy Turo. Pretty weak. All right. That's rough. No energy, and the Neo Upper is prized for Christian. So every turn you whiff an energy here is actually a pretty big deal because there's no potential of the comeback through that card. Alexander could find boss energy Dracloak here, or Dragapult, excuse me. And then this is looking pretty rough. I think there is a boss in hand, so it might just be a Dragapult away here from Alexander. Why is Churro discard? Because he used it. Oh, we used the boss on the Dreepy here. Okay, well, there's the Lily. We're back. Was that really worth it? Was that worth it from Alexander to boss the Dreepy there over saving the boss to try and combo with a... I don't know. I don't know if that's worth it. I'm not sure about that. Christian obviously drew pretty well for the pretty good for the response, or responded to the play pretty well. Is it not worth evolving the Paul from Christian? No, you probably value the draw power. Like you need to not just have Dragapult. You need the energy. You need boss. You want Duskulls. So it's probably correct to not evolve it yet. You might evolve it now because you have Dragapult energy in hand and you have a lot of everything else you'd need, and a follow-up Dracloak and a follow-up Dreepy. I think not evolving before the Lily was definitely correct from Christian because you probably value the potential of the draw power higher for sure. But that is quite the draw there. Protecting it this turn might not be terrible, but honestly, I don't hate not doing it. You just saw a boss get played from Alexander as well, so the chance that Alexander has a boss here is like, oh no, but you have to be careful of Dusclops as well. Never mind. I forgot about Dusclops. Dusclops is still a really big threat, so yeah, you probably do evolve now. But then should you have evolved before then, I guess is like a fair question. I forgot about Dusclops, to be honest. I was kind of just thinking about boss. Yeah, maybe you should have evolved before playing the Lily. You might be onto something. Still only one Loki here from Alexander. Does have an Iono in hand. And there's a Lily as well. Immediately into the Lily, though. Nothing else played. There's no way for Alexander to... Like, if you find Dragapult Dusclops, you don't even attack here, right? Do you? Boss was a bit greedy. Yeah, the boss did not feel that good from Alexander, to be honest. And now we're like... We're in a situation where we kind of need bosses out. Well, now it's becoming another situation where it's like, who finds boss first, right? Because Alexander's gonna, if Alexander just goes with Badoo, then Christian's Badoo KOs Alexander's Badoo. But then I guess you could try and find Monkey Dory to KO Christian's Badoo back. It still feels like it kind of comes down to who finds boss first, right? But there's a boss in the hand there for Christian, so just missing the energy, but only one Loke to work with. Okay, there's the evolve from Alexander to protect his Dracloak. And then there's the Badoo. Yeah, if Christian can find... Where is she? Oh. It feels bad to not take the Dracloak, but you have boss. You have energy boss. You can just bring up the Dragapult off the bench, punch it, put 6 on the Dreepy. Like, that seems too good to not do, right? Actually, do you just win? How do you lose from here? As Christian. Punch for 200. Throw 6 on the Dreepy. Yeah. You're ahead. Even double Dusclops doesn't KO the active, right? Oh, wait. Alexander could have double Dusclops Monkey Dory, I guess, to KO the active Dragapult. Okay, there is a route here for Alexander. Candy Nor. Alexander doesn't play Candy, but he does play 2 Dusclops and Monkey Dory. So it actually is winnable here. Well, it's maybe winnable besides that, but you have like a really good play you could find, I should say. I see the Monkey Dory in hand. I don't see a Dusclops, though. Once again, he's giving it some thought. Oh, Candy is weird champ? No. Not really. Most people don't play Candy. Candy's probably in like 20% of Dragapult decks. I don't think Hilda finds the answer here. I'm pretty sure Hilda does not find the answer here. But Neo Upper is not seen in double Clops plus Monkey Dory can't wipe both Bolt and Loke. Well, I mean, yeah, sure, but you don't have a good play up besides that as Alexander. It doesn't really change anything. Like this, the correct play for Alexander is always to do it and then hope Christian doesn't have Neo Upper on the other side. Goes for Luminous and Clops. Is Alexander ever just like no, there's no way. Well, do you ever retreat to Badoo again and just Badoo the active? I mean, that seems terrible. I don't know how else you like. You're never gonna be able to get to another Dragapult here currently as Alexander, right? That's kind of the problem. Eventually, you'll be able to get to like maybe an Ursaluna, but he's still giving it some more thought. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can target Christian's Dracloak, right? Like you can KO the Dracloak and the Duskull, I guess, and punch the active, and then you can threaten Ursaluna KO active next turn, I guess. That's something. Oh, he's actually putting the Luminous on the Dusclops. Wait, is he actually going to attack with Dusknoir? So next turn, his plan is to Gust up the Latios and Dusknoir attack it. This is actually the out. I guess honestly, this makes sense, right? Every other line just kind of sucks. But what are we building up towards with that, I guess? Does that still lead to anything? We have 5 prize cards left. Maybe there's something there. Oh, wait, actually, it does, right? Because you draw 3 prize cards here as Christian. Alexander can do a 5 prize turn, I think, of Pop Nor, Pop Clops, Ursaluna, KO, Latios, or Pop Nor, Monkey Dory. I think there is a way for Alexander to draw 5 prize cards in a single turn after trapping Latios in the active for a turn. He needs Monkey. Yeah, so he has to go Nor, trap Latios for a turn into Monkey Dory, KO Badoo, Pop Dusknoir on Dragapult. 3, 4, Pop Clops, Ursaluna, KO Latios for 0 energy. If Christian takes 4, then Alexander can't pop twice. He doesn't need to pop twice, though. He only needs to pop twice to make it so Ursaluna can attack for free. He only needs to pop once if he can find Monkey Dory. Oh, true. He could actually just win next turn by going pop, pop, KO Latios, right? Aww. Well. Oh, but there was no Dracloak from Alexander last turn, so Christian always just... Oh, well, no, that wasn't guaranteed, though. He had to get the Monkey Dory energy. Yeah, that wasn't guaranteed for him to KO the Dusclops here. But I guess you could always KO the Duskull, right, instead? And then that leaves, like, the Dracloak in play for him to go after with his own Halucha or Monkey Dory or whatever. All right, well, that's kind of disappointing. Dude, that was like, it was lining up to be like a sick play, to be honest, from Alexander. He doesn't even get to attempt it, though. Christian just goes, nah, Monkey Dory energy. Wait, this game is cooked. Okay, hold on, no. This turn, Alexander can pop Klops and Ursaluna KO active plus Iono, right? And then that's yeah, pop Klops, Ursaluna KO active, Iono. Then Christian can win with, yeah, Halucha Monkey Dory. But you don't really have a choice here as Alexander. I think you still have to go for this play. What about Luna KO back? I mean, it'll be available to Christian, but yeah, there's no way you can stop Christian from winning. We don't have a line here from Alexander where it stops Christian from winning the game first. All we can do is give ourselves a chance to win the game, and this is like it. Pop Klops, Ursaluna KO active. Hope Christian just kind of dead draws off of the Iono coming up. There'll be no damage on board. Oh, true. You can Klops the Badoo, right? You can go Klops the Badoo to leave just one damage counter on the Dracloak plus. Oh, no. He actually has to KO the Badoo here, right? If you don't KO the Badoo, then Christian can swing back with his own Ursaluna. Oh, no, because we're only drawing 2 prize cards here. Wait. No. Yeah, because we're only drawing 2 prize cards here, so it's fine. It's fine. Because Alexander's going to go knockout, go down to 3. If you draw one more, then the Ursaluna from Christian can swing. But right now, Ursaluna can't swing from Christian. Alexander also needs energy Ursaluna. I don't know if we got that. Halucha wins now. Oh, that's true. It does leave the Halucha win condition up, though. Which, maybe we should have played around the Halucha win condition by KOing the Badoo, right? That's fair. He got neither? Yeah, he got nothing. I mean, you could leave... You could... I don't know. You could... concede? Alright, game 2. Game 3, my bad. Dude, this has actually been a pretty exciting match overall. Both games, the player who has won the game has had a worse start. Game 1, Alexander's start was definitely worse than Christian's, but he's able to pull it back, get the dub. Same thing here in this one from Christian. Christian with slower start, able to pull it back to get the win. I think it's like maybe the biggest thing was maybe just Alexander shouldn't have played that boss when he did, to be honest. Maybe a mistake. If you brick, you win. You brick for 1 turn. I went downhill from the beginning boss. He just kept the Badoo War. He would maybe been in a better spot. Oh, that's a good point as well. I didn't even think about that, to be honest. Is that 10 damage not on Badoo from Alexander means Alexander couldn't KO Badoo first, right? But yeah, Alexander was lined up to KO Badoo first and then played boss to bring up a Dreepy and gave up the Badoo win, right? The KO Badoo first with Badoo to force Christian into a play first. I didn't even think about that. That 10 damage is pretty relevant to get control of that, it feels like, though. None of them really bricked. Yeah, that wasn't really a brick. It was just slower starts. None of the Badoos were KO'd last round. They survived. Okay, let's see. Any dramatic prize cards? 2 Iono, 3 Iono here for Christian. Okay, little hand disruption. Did prize a Dracloak. Honestly, Dracloaks are more important than Dreepies, to be honest. Christian is going first. The aggressive jamming tower, and then into the Poffin. Do you grab the Badoo here, or do you go for double Dreepy? Let's see what Christian goes for. Looks like the Badoo. I think that's probably correct, right? Getting the item lock established is more important, and you have more Dreepies in your deck than you do Badoos. Does Alex run Stadium? They both just play 2 Geometry Towers. The stadiums are like mostly irrelevant in this matchup. Getting your stadium in play first is optimal for deck thinning. That's about it. I wish you 2 months there, truly. Are they the exact same 60? No, they're pretty different. I mean, as different as 2 Dragapult lists can be, I guess. Christian plays Rare Candy, Alexander doesn't, and then Christian plays Dawn and Hilda. Alexander only plays Hilda. As far as being different goes for Dragapult decks. And in top 4 here, we have 2 different varieties of the Dragapult Dusknoir deck. Christian choosing to rock the Rare Candies and the new Dawn Supporter for the more aggressive lines of play. Whereas Alexander's opted for the same 60 cards that everyone's been playing for the last 2 months. All right, Poffin here for both players. Dreep and Badoo are on the way, I'm sure. Upwards of 4 different cards. Yeah. All right, well, Alexander's prize check, and I'm going to go some water. That'd have been crazy if I came back and Alexander was still prize checking, but no. We're into the game. 2 Poffins, a Lily, a Nest Ball. Burning all the items. The question, as always, is where are the Dracloaks? Where are the Lokes? Ultra Ball went away. Oh, did he actually? All right, into the Lily from Christian. Did he Ultra Ball it out of the starting hand? Just try and maximize his odds of having it off the Lily. No Lokes? Lokeless? No, hold on. 2 more. Loke! Ah! No Dreepies either. Wait, no, wait. Maybe there's 1 Dreepy. All right, we have Hilda next turn. Does Alexander have any Lokes? Is this going to be some Lokeless gameplay? I think Dragapult's not very good. Dragapult's fine. All right. Top deck Dusclops does have the Hilda. Here come the Lokes. Or maybe here comes Loke. That Neo Up energy on that Dreepy is looking hella vulnerable. Why is Paul not playing Red Candy? Having 1 makes sense. I mean, you don't really have like access to the card. So playing 1 is like a pretty inconsistent. It'd be pretty inconsistent as like an option. All right, Hilda here from Christian. We can get our first Loke. If we can Loke into Loke here, if you can Loke into Loke, then you have the threat of Dragapult in the next turn. So then Alexander would need Boss, Dragapult, and Dusclops. We do have the Dusclops, but we need Boss and Dragapult to completely board wipe the Lokes. Loke into Clops, surely. But of course, yeah, definitely. Loke into. No Loke, that's tough. Although, Christian does play Rare Candy, so maybe there's some hope still. For Dragapult next turn. There's a Badoo. What do we see here from Alexander? I'm going to start with the Dracloak. Ooh, Dracloak number 2. We see a little Dracloak chaining going on here. We get number 3. There's Monkey Dory in hand. There's no Dragapult, though, I don't think. I think we're missing Dragapult here. Honestly, 1 more turn might be all Christian needs to actually take the initiative here. Was it Iono and Energy? Has Iono in hand. I'm about trying to get that Monkey Dory with Energy into play. That would be pretty good. You could also KO the Badoo, actually, which would be a pretty strong move. Pops a Clops, makes room for the Monkey Dory. Depending on the prize cards, you could KO the Badoo before, but is he going to go to the Iono first? Does get the Monkey Dory established, which is nice. Dragapult's what you're looking for here. No Dragapult from Alexander. Oh, that hand is rough though for Christian. It's a KO on the Badoo. I don't think there's a drag. Actually, I think there actually is a Dragapult prize for Alexander, but it's like the top 2. There was a Dragapult prize. Did not get it. We got the Ultra Ball. I mean, from Christian here, it has to be a Duskull send up, right? Not even a question. Dracloak push? Christian is so dramatic with the top decks every time. All right, this Loke basically needs to get like a Lily. Or, hold on. Another Loke. This Loke needs to get a Lily. Or a Dragapult. That is a whiff, and we're still item locked. Tough. Having double Dracloak feels nice. But you're not going to be able to item lock Alexander this turn. So it'll be that much easier for Alexander to find a Dragapult, of course, with Ultra Ball. That's true. There is 2 Dragapults on the bottom of the deck. Even if Alexander doesn't have boss next turn, I think a simple attack from Alexander is going to make this one too far gone. You should go for the knockout. Yeah, sure. I guess this makes sense. Just leave the damage Dracloak in the active and knock out the Badoo. Oh, but this gives access to Counter Catcher for Alexander. Okay, actually, I take it back. I don't know if I like this. Now we have Counter Catcher available to Alexander. Yeah, Alexander's in a really, really good spot here. Can board wipe the Lokes. Most likely. And build some damage on the Ursaluna, maybe. And Fez draw. Oh, yeah. Also, it gives Fez draw, yeah. Alexander's thinking about shuffling the deck before drawing cards here. Not sure what's on the bottom, but that's the debate here. Do you want to get access to the cards on the bottom or not? He's going to opt for the Fez first. Decides against it. Trying to think of like a route here for Christian. We still have a Duskull in play. He'll the Counter Catcher does it? No. I mean, I think Alexander definitely has a play. I'm pretty sure he has Ultra Ball Boss as well. It's kind of just like what he wants to do more so than anything. We're just going through the motions here. Still wants to build up other Pokemon into play, possibly. Usually the 6 months there, Kelso, and the 10 months, Danny. I mean, yeah, if you KO both Dracos, you go down to 3. I mean, Christian could have like, I'm trying to like think of a play for Christian then though. I think there is still a line here for Christian. Christian could have like Candy, Dusknoir, Counter Catcher. You could have Candy, Dusknoir, Counter Catcher, KO Fez with Ursaluna, and KO like a Dracloak or something. And then you don't win, but you don't lose. But Alexander could bench a Duskull this turn. Have like another threat on board. If he loses, you can take 3 prizes. No. He could, but the Ursaluna would still have no damage on it, though. Maybe you'd rather set up the Ursaluna to get KO'd. Maybe you'd rather go, like... I don't know, to be honest. Lucha... You can KO both Dracloaks and load up a bunch of damage on the Ursaluna, maybe? Like, you go... Counter Catcher... Whatever, bring up the Dracloak on the bench that has the Neo. Halucha, the Ursaluna, and the Dracloak. And then go 2-5. No, that wouldn't work, though. You'd still be a damage short. Yeah, maybe you just KO the Duskull as well to take that away from Christian, to be honest. Yeah, okay, now I think that might be just correct, to be honest. Just KO. Just take 3 prize cards, leave Christian with just Ursaluna. Yeah, because then... Leave Christian with just Ursaluna, and you basically just win the game. Because then Christian can't draw 3 prize cards this turn. So if there is a Hawlucha here from Alexander, you should KO both here. So I think it's actually a mistake here from Alexander. You should definitely just Hawlucha and draw everything. As long as the Hawlucha's in the deck, which I'm pretty sure it is. And then Christian has 4 prize cards to draw. And even if Christian has Iono, Countercatcher, KFS, you don't really care. I'm not sure about that energy active, but I guess it plays around Enhanced Hammer if he's afraid of that. Okay. I feel like this gives, honestly, I do feel like this gives a line to Christian. He already attached? Did he? I don't think so. Where? The monkey? No, that was last turn. Countercatcher Iono? Yeah, Countercatcher Iono, like, is a Countercatcher Iono into Candy Dusknoir. Oh. We didn't promote the... Well, I guess that's fine. Well, no, but I feel like you should still promote Ursaluna here for sure. Why do you put on that energy on Pult? I mean, so you can retreat it, I guess. I also plays around Enhanced Hammer if he's like really trying to play around Enhanced Hammer. I don't know if Christian plays Enhanced Hammer. I doubt he does, but maybe trying to think of the only ways to lose the game, and one of them would be Enhanced Hammer. Countercatcher on the Fez. But you need to find Candy. You need to find Candy Dusknoir off this as well from Christian. You have to Iono yourself to 4 to find Candy Dusknoir here. But can you do that? Oh, I guess you can bench these Pokemon here. I guess you can do that. But now you lose to... No, I guess you don't. I guess that's fine, actually. I guess that's fine. At first, I thought we wouldn't be able to bench anything, but actually we can. Yeah, it's fine. I don't know how many Nor he plays, but one is prized. Oh, is one prized? Oh, Christian's just going for the stall turn this turn. Why attach a Duskull? Because he's gonna attack with it, I think. Or he's gonna retreat into Badoo and use his Badoo. Yeah, Christian's not KOing this with Ursaluna this turn. He's just trying to stall for time. But yeah, this is gonna be pretty unlikely, obviously. Yeah, he's just stalling for time. Retreat. There's the Badoo. Over to Alexander. Alexander just needs... I mean, actually, I guess... Retreat attack doesn't win him the game. Puts you in a pretty good spot, though. Oh, true. Dusclops wins the game here. Yeah, so we need Retreat Dusclops. So probably pretty good odds of winning here for Alexander. Oh, true. Boss energy worked as well. I guess we could have cycled Lokes first there, depending on how many boss were left. There was an energy on the bottom of the deck, though. Okay, that should be game. There we go. Alexander wins 2-1, moves on to his second finals of the season with the Paltnor going up against the Charizard.